But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to K Podcast. Now, as you can see in the thumbnail and in the description, yeah, we're going to be talking about if men should pay for women on a first date, because this is an argument that I think, has arisen since men think actually that women should be paying for first date, or with a lot of men thinking with the rise of feminism women should be able to pay their own bills. And this is the thing. I'm going to come with my own opinion, but this is the thing when I look at it. When I look at it, if you're a woman that is going out on a date, I'm going to say this with a man that is not paying for the date. Hold on a second. appreciate something. So if you're a woman that is going on a date, um, and a man actually did ask you to go on a date, I would expect him to pay. And this is the thing. I have videos over here that some people say it's okay, some people say it's not. So I'm gonna play one of the first videos from a lady that was interviewed on the street, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary. And I have up to 7 short videos here from TikTok that I am going to be talking about and I am going to be giving my commentary on. So without further ado, let's go and let's see this first video over here.
If a guy asks you out on a first date, but then he asks to split the bill, is that a deal breaker?
If the guy asked me out, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay.
Why?
Because you asked me out. I was minding my business.
Okay.
And what I think, yeah, if he asks you out, absolutely. If a man asks you out, you should definitely pay. You should pay for the bill. And I'm gonna come also back with another video because there are a lot of videos, and then I'm gonna save the best for the last because I have a lot to say when it comes to the last guy that actually said something different, and he had his own explanation. But we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about is and what I think about personally about an issue when men do not pay for the first date. So I'm gonna go here and we're gonna listen to this lady over here first, and then probably the next one because they are like up to how many videos are they here? Okay, 6 videos, and we just passed one. So let's go with the next one.
Alright boys, I'm sure this is going to be a highly contested video, but someone had to do it. Today, we're going to be discussing why men should pay for the first date. And yeah, I'm ready for the gold digger comments. Alright, just because it's 2022, it doesn't mean that chivalry is dead. In my opinion, men and women should not be looked at as equal, because they're simply not the same. On a human being level, yes. All humans possess the same value and deserve the same respect and opportunity. But 2 people in a relationship simply don't bring the same things to the table. And that is why men and women make a good partnership. We want what that other person brings to the table. It benefits us. We may not need it to survive, but if you're putting yourself out there in the dating world, we want it. And this may not be for everyone, but if you want a traditionalist relationship, women want a man who exhibits masculine traits, and men want a woman who exhibits feminine traits. From a woman's standpoint, I imagine masculine traits as opening the door, looking out for me, taking the initiative. And although I am fully capable of doing those things by myself, it makes me feel special when someone does those things for me. Paying shouldn't be done with the intention of expecting something in return. It's a sign of appreciating someone's time and clearly identifies that this is a date. It doesn't mean you're expected to pay for everything thereafter, and also doesn't mean you should be paying for something beyond your budget. It simply sets the foundation of respect.
Yeah, and I absolutely love her whatever she said. And this is the thing. Men nowadays are literally, I'm just gonna say, a lot of men are cheapskates. I'm gonna say it. A lot of men feel like, and this is the thing, women have dropped. Also, a lot of women actually egg this on because there are some women online that will come up and they will literally say, "Oh, I can pay for myself. I do not want him to pay for me. I do not want him to do anything." And then you get in a relationship with this person, and then he breaks your heart. Let's not forget, some relationships do not last forever. And then maybe he cheats on you and breaks your heart, and you'll be the most bitter person. And that's why you see a lot of women, some women, especially if they are the ones staying in a relationship, if they see the man with another woman, it literally makes them want to kill somebody. It makes them want to literally, they lose their mind. Because inside of them, they know he is not providing anything in the relationship. He is just there like a furniture. I'm just going to call it what it is. He is just there like a furniture, sitting down, getting what he wants at the end of the day. The only person that is actually investing in that relationship is a woman. Even the one person that all social media, Andrew Tate, that everybody in social media literally, all platforms literally banned him. He actually said, how do you feel as a man that you go out on a date with a woman? And let's not forget, an advocate is the man that many women do not like, me myself included. But imagine even that person actually does understand the need of you paying. Like if you would invite your buddy out, imagine. Let me just say this. Let me just give this quick example. Imagine you invite your buddy out. Your buddy was at home, sitting up, chilling, and you don't know his pocket. You don't know if your buddy has money or not, or if he really want to go out. But you want to go out. You want to go chill, and you invite your buddy out, and you're like, you know what? Let's go out. I'm taking us out. Would you expect your buddy, if you're the one inviting him, to pay for his bill? No. This is the thing that men do not talk about. You will not expect your buddy, your friend. You will not expect your friend to actually pay for his bills if you were the one that invited him out. So why do some men feel like they can invite a woman out and then expect the woman to pay? You know what? We're going to finish with the ladies first, and then I'm going to turn down. We're going to go to the men because, yes, we are starting with the ladies, and then I'm going to go to the men because they also have some commentary. And I told you guys I left the best for the last. So let's go.
On a first date, would you always expect a man to pay? Yes, I would. Every time on a first date, I would expect a man to pay. You know why? Not necessarily because he's a man and I'm a woman, but because I would want somebody to ask me out, who is a man, who is chasing me and pursuing me. That's the format I like. I like the man to be asking me out. And in etiquette, the person who is asking and trying to woo the other person is the one that pays. If I ask you out for a dinner lunch and I want to pick your mind about something or pick your brain, I'm going to be paying. I expect the same. If a man takes an interest in me and he has asked me out, then he is asking me for my time. So yes, I would expect a man to pay because he is the one who's asking me out.
Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely true. So this is the thing. The argument of, oh, it's feminism, you have a job, why do you want me to pay? And some men literally will go so far to ask the girls to talk about, oh, why should I pay for your food? Then why the hell would you actually invite her on a date? Why would you invite her on a date? Don't invite people on things that you can afford. Like you're asking her, so she should spend her time and then come and meet you because of why? Why are you so important that a woman should literally lose her time? She could be watching Netflix. Let's not forget. She paid for her subscription. She could be at home watching Netflix, drinking her wine, relaxing. But no, she has to get ready, get done, her hair and everything, pick out the outfit. Like, do you know the stress that is in literally going out on a date? A lot of men just think, see, men are like, you know what? We are gonna go on a date. I expect you to. They don't need to tell you, but they expect you to look fabulous. But let's say you don't want to look fabulous. You don't want to put on any effort. Just go out with your flip flops, your pajama pants, and stand there, be like, yeah, I'm ready for the date. This is a cheap date. Trust me when I say this. He probably would. Some men will probably leave you right there. They'll be like, hold on a second. They probably be like, hold on a second. And you never see your back. Oh, I can't. It is quite funny. It is very funny. They probably will leave you down there. It is funny. Okay. Then we're gonna go into the men now. So we're gonna start a little bit with a very, very light video, and then we're gonna progress. We're gonna progress little by little. Okay.
First date, should a guy pay? A guy should pay on every date. The guy's job is to pay. It's the courtship process. The guy takes the girl out, the guy pays for the date.
Who do you think should pay for the date? it's so simple, but I truly want to hear your guys' opinions. Like, I'm more than happy to pay for dates, but at the moment, I'm the only one paying.
The girl?
Yeah. I think I'm just with the first date, I would always pay personally.
Me too.
Just traditional things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Traditional, you and I will pay the first date.
Yeah, and then after that, you can split it, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't mind. But I think the first date, you know, like, even if she asks you out, you ask her out.
Yeah.
You know, just treat the girl, be nice, pay for it.
Exactly.
100%.
It's called being a gentleman.
Yeah.
It is old-fashioned, but it is also what works.
You know, we've got parents from an older time.
We do.
We've
You and I
got
are
traditional
old
values, been
Yeah.
taught those nice things. You got to be
We
nice
have.
to women.
Indeed. Take her out, treat her.
Have
like-
fun.
Exactly.
Show some
Have fun.
love.
That's exactly.
Show some love in this sad world,
Yeah.
cruel world sometimes. But yeah, we got to keep it classy, lads.
We do. We do
For
indeed.
sure.
Okay. Yeah. At least some men are getting it. Some men. When you hear some guys come out and say, "Should a woman pay?" I'm like, are your parents still married? Because that's the first thing I ask. Are they still married? Because this is also something that I notice. If most of the men, I'm not saying it's a stigma. I'm just saying if you watch a man that is talking about a woman should pay, look at his family. I'm not saying it's obviously that the parents are not together, but it's always almost like that. There's always something about the parents not being together. You have to. I had to like literally study what is happening to look at how relationship works. People that have two household parents would practically, if their parents are still around, want to stay longer time in a relationship than people that the parents are. I'm not saying that people that have divorced parents cannot stay in a long-term relationship, but it is something that is not really installed in them because they've seen their parents literally be separated. So they probably would also be like, okay, since my parents are not together, why should I do something for it? So it's like that value of being with somebody is not really there for them. So they can stay there for their own convenience or not. That's what I feel like. And this is my own opinion. This is just my opinion. So the next one, we're going to go to this other guy before we go to the last guy that I really want to talk about.
Women spend on average to get ready for a date in cosmetics, hair, nails, getting everything did, $120 per date on average. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why a lot of women say that men should pay for the first date is because we don't understand how much work it takes for a woman to get ready. Not even to mention the time she takes to get ready for the date.
Okay. That particular part, yes, I have seen, and I do it myself when I want to go on a date with my partner. When we want to go out, I'm like literally in chaos, thinking about the hair that I'm gonna be wearing, what kind of style of hair I'm gonna be making with my natural hair, or what kind of shoes, what kind of clothes, jewelry, makeup. That is time consuming. And imagine if you're going on a date, a first date. Many women would literally go for shopping. This is something that a lot of women don't talk about. A lot of women keep this like hidden. Many women, I've seen girls, like young, like women in particular, everyone, that when they have a date, they would literally go to the boutiques, get themselves some new clothes and makeup, just even nails. They would pay to go make their. Do you know how much it costs to make a nail? It's expensive. And then got to make your hair. You got to look good. You got to look clean, neat. And then you come out, and this dude is over here asking you, should we split the bill? And then you're looking at him like, why the hell I got to still split the bill? But this is the thing. And if you would come out without doing any of those, just come out with your sweatpants and be like, I'm ready for the date, he would run. He would be like, I met this girl, she didn't. He would literally have the story of his life. But this is the thing. A lot of men want a very neat, clean, good-looking woman. They don't want you to look any kind of way. They don't want you to look relaxed. You have to look top tier. A lot. And for those that are saying, oh, she can just wear a normal clothes. Are you sure? Are you sure she can just wear a normal clothes? Okay. Now we're going to go into this one that is really I told you guys I'm saving the last for the best. I'm saving the best for the last. So we're gonna go into this guy over here because I got a lot to say about this particular video over here. It's almost about a minute, and I have a lot to say. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. You know what? Let's just get into it. And I'm gonna come back with my commentary for this one.
Do not let a girl make you feel like any less of a man for wanting to split the bill on dates. Okay, I don't know why people feel like men are obligated to pay for women, especially when they're not even in a relationship. Okay, if we just started talking, if we're going on the first date, what makes you think that I'm going to pay for both of us? You are still a stranger to me. I do not know you like that. Why would you expect me to pay for you? Am I broke? No, I can afford to pay for both of us. But does that mean that you're entitled to that? No, it doesn't. And I'm speaking from experience. There's a girl that I used to talk to that I probably spent upwards of $100 to $150 on for dates. And I ended up getting ghosted and blocked on all social media platforms. I was down bad. Don't make the same mistake that I made, especially if you're a young dude. Because if you're young, you're probably making about the same amount of money as she is.
Okay, that's a lot of I see. That's his opinion, but I'm just gonna say it kind of felt like a lot of bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Because if you're young, you're making the same amount of money. Then why the hell would she need you? Like, why the hell would she need you? Can we talk about that? If you're making this and you feel like you shouldn't pay, why the hell should she need you? And also, when he talk about you're a complete stranger, why the hell are you asking a complete stranger out on a date, inviting someone on a date on the first place? You should take your buddies out or take yourself out on a date and marry yourself since you already, or date yourself since you already know yourself. So this is the thing, the double standard. The double standard is what actually gets to me. So in one hand, you're saying she's a stranger and then you're literally inviting her. Why? Why are you inviting a total stranger on a date that you feel like you are not going to be paying for? Okay, you're wasting that person's time. And that person could be at home watching Netflix. And this is the thing. A lot of men think paying for a date is so expensive and it's so much, it's too much. No, it's not. It's not, because before she came out on the date with you, she is alive. She's eating at home. She has a food. She has everything. A lot of women nowadays have jobs. Many women have jobs. And this is the thing. When a man comes out and be like, don't pay on the first date, that is like a total red flag for me. I'm like, if you're not paying on the first date, I know you are not the one. Because definitely you do not look at that woman and think, oh, she's worth it. Because when a man thinks a woman is worth it, he will definitely open his pocket. But when he thinks that she's not worth it, he will feel like, why should I have to literally pay for anything at all? And that is where the problem comes. When you, and this is why I tell women many of the time, have standards. If you cannot pay for the first date, I think in fact, if you cannot pay for any kind of date, if you can't pay for any, don't go out with him. I don't care who he is. Don't go out with him. Don't. Because he's not doing you a favor. Like, girl, you could be staying at home, watching Netflix, drinking having a glass of wine, relaxing, chillaxing. Like, you don't have to put up with all of that. And then, like you said, you're a stranger. So, okay, this stranger over here that you've been talking to online, or meet in person, or wherever you met him, be like, oh, do you want to go on a date? He had the balls and the gulls to ask you if you want to go on a date. And then you looked at him and said, okay, I'm going to go on a date. And then he's like, oh, can we split the bill? No. Trust me, I would have just left the restaurant without paying. Me? No. I would leave the restaurant and I wouldn't pay. And if you would ask me, oh, you haven't paid, I would be like, next time do not invite people that you are not willing to pay for. Because this is the thing, you do not take up my time that I could be sitting back at home, literally watching Netflix, chilling, having a glass of wine, and literally making me come outside and then spending time with you that I don't even know you. Let's not forget, I don't even know you. And then wasting all my time and then expecting me to pay money on top of that. boy, boy, you done lost your goddamn mind. And funny part of it is, I'll be seeing women actually do this. They'll be like, I got my own money. Why you think men are misbehaving more and more now? The more women lower the standard, the more men expect more and more until literally you have nothing else to offer. Like later on, they'll be expecting you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. Like most of these guys out there, if they want to go out and they invite their buddies, they pay for the bodies. They're like, I'm inviting you. So if they invite, that's why I tell some girls, see, if you go in, you better pay for. I'm not talking about only first date. A lot of people are like, oh, he can pay on the first date. Then what happens on the second date? It's also showing that he could not take care of a man that cannot pay for a first date, a second date, or whatever date shows a characteristic of a man that cannot hold a home. I'm sorry. Like you can pay for dates and I should be in a relationship with you. How the hell are we? Okay, I understand a lot of men are like, oh, 2-income household is better than 1-income household. Have you ever thought about the mental health of your children? Because let's start with that, sir. Because if you're paying and you pay, why the hell would a woman need you? Let's just start with that first. Let's just go first. Why would a woman need you if she has to pay half of everything? No, she doesn't need you. She needs herself. The only person she needs is herself. I'm just saying. Like, why would I want to be with somebody that I'm supposed to be sharing? Like, I'm working, you working, and we are both working, and we are adding our money. No. I'm not. I don't need you. Why the hell will I feel like I need you in my life? I feel like some women have become so desperate for. I think it has to do with marriage as well. A lot of women have been so desperate of, oh, I'm getting old, I'm not married, I need a. Society have made it that women have to have this marriage like mentality that it has literally comes to it comes out and it costs women a lot. And I'm gonna say this also. It also comes with the age when a lot of women have been told, oh, the older you get, the lesser men that you get. Yes, so what? The lesser older man you get, I mean, they're old. If I'm getting old and you're getting old, why the hell will you think that I'll be attracted to your old ass in the first place? I wouldn't be. If I'm 30 years old, or if I'm like, let's say 40 years old. If I'm 40 years old, 42 years old, you think I want to date a man that is 50 years old? Like, dude, you're old. I'm sorry. Even if I'm 40, you're old. I'll be hearing men. This is another thing. I'll be hearing men talk about, oh, especially those old ones, like in their 70s or something. I don't sleep with 40 years old women. I don't do this. I'm like, hold on. What 40 years old woman would even want to date you? You're old. In her eyes, she knows exactly what is happening. She knows. She sees you. She probably don't want you anyway. So don't say I don't want her. And this is the thing. This is exactly why I tell women, if you're getting older and older, get you a younger man. Because if you look at the guy that you want to date that you're around 40 and he's 70, like what is attractive? Unless he's got cash, I'm gonna say this. Unless he's got cash. If you're a 40 years old woman, or 50, let me just say 45 upwards, and you're looking for a man, you better look for the younger man. It benefits you more to look for a younger man than look for an older. Like what is he gonna do for you? He's old, and some things are probably not gonna be working fine, and he's old too. So some men be like, I don't date 40. I'm like, which 40 years old wants you? Like, you're old. And you don't bring anything to the house. You be talking. I've seen some women be like in their 40s, be like, I want to date him. We are gonna combine our wealth. I'm like, no, nah, do not combine nothing, because he's the man. He's supposed to bring in the things. And this is the thing. If I ever get to the age of 40, nah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not absolutely not gonna be literally looking for a man that is older than me. If I'm single, I'm not doing that. I'm probably gonna be, because if I'm gonna be joining my asset, then it better be somebody that is younger. And yeah, let's join asset. At least I'm not losing anything. And you're young and good looking, and everything looks great. Then me join it now. No, nope, thank you. Now, with that being said, it's been 30 minutes, and I'm gonna say this. Please like and subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you all on the next one. And also share this video; it helps a lot. With that being said, I'm gonna say this. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you all on the next one. And goodbye.